what happens is you're going to make a table. And the table is, you got to start at -2. X equals -2 is your lowest input. X equals 4 is your biggest output. Okay? So this here is f of x. F of x equals -x squared plus 2x plus 3. It's going to be a curve. Do you understand? It's going to be an n-shaped curve because there's a minus in front of the x squared. That always happens. Always n-shaped. Okay? Use the graph to find the coordinates of the points and where the graph crosses the x-axis. So here's what we do. We start off, we have to find out what f of -2 is, f of -1, f of 0, f of 1, f of 2, f of 3, and then finally f of 4. Now, in a test and for homework, you're going to have to show all your workings. Okay? Now here's how I would do it in a test. Anywhere I see x, I now replace it with brackets -2. Minus bracket -2 squared plus 2 bracket -2 plus 3. Next one, minus bracket -1 squared plus 2 bracket -1 plus 3. Next one, -0 squared plus 2 times 0 plus 3. You can see I'm not really even looking up anymore. I just know what to write down. I'm replacing the x with whatever number comes in here. -2 squared plus 2 bracket 2 plus 3. -3 squared bracket 2 plus 3 plus 3. And finally -4 squared bracket 2 times 4 plus 3. All this here goes to your workings mark. Sometimes it used to go for like 10, 15 marks, okay? Now, what would you have to do with each one? Each one you'd put into your calculator, okay? That takes a little while, doesn't it? As in, imagine me doing this. And how many times do I have to do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to do it 7 times. What are you thinking in regards to your time at home there, or your time in a test? It's going to take up a lot of time, isn't it? So you'd have to do something like this. Plus 2 times -2 plus 3. The answer to the first one is -5. Now what does that mean about the first point? The first point is -2 minus 5. Yeah? But lucky for us, we don't have to do all that. We don't have to do all the calculations separately. What we can do is this. Modes table equals minus x squared plus 2 alpha x plus 3 starts at -2, ends at 4. Step, what's the step, lads? Anybody? 1. Look at the answer. Is -5 the one we got on our own? Yeah? And then what's the next answer going to be? 0, 3, 4, 3. 0, 3, 4, 3. Anybody guess the next two? Can anybody guess the next two? Look at the pattern.
0, -5.
0, -5. Remember you got asked that in your test? Do you remember you got asked that in your test about symmetrical? Things being symmetrical. The numbers suggest that when we draw this, it's going to be symmetrical. Okay guys, now using the points on your calculator, what is your maximum value of x and your minimum value of x? What's your maximum value of x? X max? Tells you in the question. What's the biggest value of x? What's the smallest value of x? -2. What's the biggest value of y? Y max is? Biggest value of y? Is it 4? Yes it is, it's 4. And what's y min? Sorry?
Minus 5.
-5. You want to draw your graph? Okay, I'll do it in red for some reason. Okay. Now, this time around, I have enough space to go up in ones. 1, 2, 3. The bigger you can make the spaces between the gap, the bigger the gap is between 4 and 5, let's say. See the way it's 2 blocks instead of 1 block? Yeah? That makes the graph easier to draw. Now I'm going to make a mistake. Can somebody tell me what the mistake is?
Gap.
Gap's not the same, right? You can't do that. Okay? You can't do that on the same axis. Have I made a mistake there? Yeah, that's another mistake, right? So you got to make sure you don't do that. Now, on this one I have to go to -2, -1, -2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw it out. Ready to draw this out? Okay, what's the first point we have? So these are our points here, aren't they? -1, 0, 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 0, 3, 4, -5. Okay. You want them so that you can see them. Then I'll just make them a bit smaller so you can got them there, okay? Now,
Is the second last one on 3, 0?
which one?
Second last one.
Oh, it is 3, 0. Got it wrong way around. 3, 0. You're right. Okay. Now let's begin. Okay. Let's try to. What's it going to be? -2, -5. Down here. Next one. Draw. You don't want to do this, do you? Why? Makes it inaccurate. You want a little dot. What's the next one after that? -1, 0. The one after that? 1, 4. The one after that? Or say not 1, 4.
0, 3.
0, 3, excuse me. 0, 3. The one after that?
1, 4.
The one after that?
2, 3.
Yeah, one after that?
3, 0.
The one after that?
4, -5.
Okay. Now you have to draw it like this, right? You need a really steady hand, okay? So you come in and you have to go through all the points. It's very hard to keep a hand steady in this. Okay. You come up, you come around, down, and what you notice, it's symmetrical on both sides. Do you ever see that? Or should be. You guys can draw it better than I can, okay? So this is how you do these questions. You draw them out. You do all these steps like I showed you. You do step number 1, do out your table to show all your workings. Step number 2, use the calculator. Step number 3, draw your points. You happy enough with that? Okay guys. What exercise is this?